Oh, no, I haven't chatted in Star Trek Fleet Command, so I want to finish that up so I can clear the space so that I have adequate space for new material. Because part of me wants to make like 4 backups, which is the Star Trek Fleet Command or Engineering Rule. Not Fleet Command, but I heard it in an episode of Star Trek Enterprise. I forgot the season and episode number, but the numbers are all the same. That show only had about 9 seasons or 7, and there's usually only 26 episodes at most per season, unless they have really short shows, because it takes about 2 weeks. So, which I think the shows are a little too long, so it kind of eats the family time of the characters, or the actors. So I feel sorry, because you find out like almost all of them regret not spending time with their family, but they were forced to work because they couldn't make like an episode a month. Which really your family should come first. They should have filmed like after 3 o'clock and then just come home at like 10 or 8, you know. And some stuff they could have done remotely. Like with CGI, you don't even need to film the stuff. You just learn how to animate that. Anybody can do that from home. And actually, multiple episodes can be worked on simultaneously. So like one computer can make an episode, and if each actor does one episode, and the episodes can be shortened. Instead of like a 42-minute show, you can cut it down to like 20 minutes or 15 minutes and get the production done quicker. And it's lighter and sometimes more interesting, more enjoyable. So then you save the longer versions for later, which you can always um, add on to if you learn how to. Not that it's easy to do. Sometimes it is hard. Is trying to like redo a scene that has complicated scenery and sets and technical lines plus the cameras is a lot of difficult work. It's something I fully respect now, after doing 1,000 shows on YouTube. So, but my shows are the poorest and the most amateur. So I'm sorry if things aren't right, because I haven't had a chance to go back and kind of publish or polish my episodes. So, but there's an episode which I'll warn people. Um, my screen cap where the audio is so loud. It's the Free Fire app. So I was supposed to read that. That looked like a Christmas event. So I wish I knew how to bring that back up. The splash event screen. So, and then this at the bottom here is actually part of a mission. That's a really cool CGI image of somebody that's not quite Picard, but that's like another man's image. It looks half like him, but it looks like half like somebody else. This is like Richard here. Richard, Captain Richard Jean-Luc, like his brother. So, and then Maya is the ship's like computer IA person, so, or AI, sorry. I said that backwards. I said IA, didn't I? Okay, we're gonna put a 4-hour peace shield just to prevent anybody from stopping. I wish I had a shield like this on myself, to be honest, or on my house. Because there's like stuff. Sometimes it's not people, but it's just like wind and stuff, dust, smoke flying into the house. So, which is sometimes from us burning our own garbage. Unfortunately, we don't have a sealed containment field like the Ghostbusters reactor container unit in the basement, which is fake, but the concept's always interesting. I never understood why they kept them in the containment field. Because it's kind of, you find out like a portal to a different dimension, and then they get stuck there, and then the fact that they always kind of capture the ghosts and they can never communicate or live like friendly with the ghosts, like Casper, is always a little odd. So that part I found a little disappointing. But the excitement from the chaos that happens is interesting, but it's not fun to live through. So it's much better to have ghosts that are cooperative, which I always found it weird that, like the guy said in one ghost video on YouTube, like why the ghost isn't friendly and singing and then asking you to like do stuff to, you know, the protected cargo in here is really high, so it's nice. But this is a HCS Verizon that I have that is leveled up. So, and it took quite a while. You know, this version of Star Trek, this game is not a quick game. So fair warning: if you play it, you're gonna be investing. You can invest as little as half an hour a day, but it will take months and years. I've had this account for over, I think, like 4 years. So, but I never played that much. Um, I always try to reduce my time because I wanted free time. I wanted to sleep, and most of all, I wanted time to spend with my family. So, hi, Amara, how you doing? But sometimes the best thing to do is just have a hug and a kiss from your family. Remember to love your family every day. So, um, we're collecting some resources here. This helps save a lot of money. If you were to buy everything in this game with a card, which is usually a credit or debit card, there's some sites which allow you to use a gift card, which is interesting. That's new to me. The debit card is also known as an ATM card, but some ATMs are different where there's exclusively ATM and they can't be used as debit because that's blocked. And it can be used as a regular debit card. You can remove the unblock. So, but now I find out that in finance, just handwriting everything is so much better, or hand typing things versus denying customers the stuff that they have a right to take. You know, and then really you should be like photoing their card and charging them the least if they have a little extra to share with you. Exo Compactory, I don't like that. I mean, it's a nice, easy level up, but like, I don't like working on that much. Uh, this one, I don't have enough units. Unfortunately, you can't use Latinum to buy every resource in the game and do everything like level up instantly. Um, it's not. I don't think it's worth it because it kind of is like a cheat. It's better you take your time with the game. I think it lowers the load on the server. So shield health bonus 20%. Wow, the war. I like the sound of that. And I want to see what the stat difference is. So we're gonna try it. We'll do level 1. Thankfully, they list how many total levels are available now or will be is 70, which is a lot. It's not. This is not a fast game like Final Fantasy VII or the older Final Fantasy games on NES and Super NES, which you could play in like a few days. You're looking at years of work here. But the advantage of the online game is, um, yeah. Sometimes I like to do the play work first on the game, collect my resources, and jump in the chat. So, and chat's a place to communicate. Don't believe or trust people who say you can't do business in chat. Just go easy on the business side. Some people are against it because they're not the owners of Star Trek. They don't own your copy. They don't have a right to stop you. But because they don't understand that all of Star Trek is one big business. They sell literally billions of items branded with Star Trek. So, and inside this game, there's items you can buy, which is a business and income for the people who work for Star Trek, Scopely, like everything, Galaxy, like everything's a company now. So, yeah, I'm gonna put a plug for my YouTube channel, and you guys can see it hopefully, but I'll say it so you can hear it. It's youtube.com. And sorry the link doesn't work. I'll try to put it in the description. That's the best I can do right now. I don't know. Like, I know how to do it, but the way I did it, or the way I used to do it, probably won't work. I gotta learn the new way on how to link this right on the video for you guys. Because people can do that. They overlay like a link or what's called like a stub. And that's kind of cool because it's convenient for people to click on it. The only criticism I have about that is they don't give like a break for people who are like addicted to. Now, I haven't talked in the chat room for a while. I actually left for 3 months, and I left for about a year or more. And then when the game first opened, I never played, so I wasn't like one of the first people on the server. But let's see if we can keep this game. Because I kind of want to try to get to know people. I like networking. And growing up, even up to the last year of college, which I took about 8 years of college, over 20 years of school, and 40 years of experience, or more, depending on how old you think I really am. I underestimated the power of networking, and you find out all the people who have the most of life, like Bill Clinton, relies solely on the fact that he knows a lot of people, and he works with a lot of people, and a lot of people work for him, and he's reached out to so many people. He has the luxury, which is a poverty too, because going to ask people constantly to pay for you and is kind of an interesting way of living. Because he tries to repay everyone, but he has a Bill Clinton dollar. It's actually like a $3 Clinton or something, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of a joke dollar, but I hope people fully appreciate those fake currencies and international currencies and then use it to help people and stop discriminating, because there's so much discrimination and double standards in the world that it's hurting everyone, regardless if you think you're poor or rich, but really you're both. It's just we're not comfortable with the combined term poor rich as one word, or porch, I guess, if you combined it and took half a word, or pooch or something, which is interesting. I never really thought about that. That's the first time. But let's type in games. I want to play a new type of game that I haven't played much. I want to try to do a RTS. So, you know, I wish I was more fluent. I could play the Vietnamese ones. But let's try to do Art of War. Let's see if it installs. So. Now, my experience of Art of War, there was a first one, a second one, this is the third one, which is for Android mobile, because there was an Android operating system, which few people have seen, for the desktop. And there's many versions. Actually, every single version that's installed is a little bit different. But there's a lot of similarities, and so on the outside it looks the same, because they're copies of each other. So I played Art of War, which was a PC demo I downloaded, and for Windows, because there's different operating systems on Windows, and it was Windows like XP or so, and it was pretty fun. It was like an urban area. You had soldiers that couldn't run around, and but what kind of lacked was base building and unit creation. I couldn't create more units, and then I couldn't figure out, because I didn't know code. I'm not, even now I'm not fluent in software. So if I could have got the health code or healing code. I put invincibility, which is fun. Just to fire weapons and nobody gets hurt, Which I think every soldier's dream is that. But the simple solution to make that happen is just to use non-lethal weapons, or to use your hand as a weapon. Just pretend, oh, I'm shooting you. I kind of wish they would take that seriously, because as a kid, you don't have any, real weapons. So. And then if people used non-lethal rounds, it would be better. So, like paintball rounds or airsoft or water squirt guns. So. And consider that real war, and safe war. So that's kind of the flaw of this kind of fake lethal war, Art of War kind of game. Because I hate to see anybody pass away. Because the strange thing is your soul is eternal, right? It's basically indestructible. But your body is the opposite of that. It's so weak that even if you just fall on the floor, that you could pass away.
Đâu lại đó chị mà.
Rồi, có tên mà anh chuột, chứ nói đâu con nít, nhưng không cho cho con nít. Tôi cho một cái thôi. Lúc nào vô thật mà. Vậy không chia sẻ gì nói ăn hết. Vậy chia sẻ gì nói đừng ăn. Nó đừng lấy được lý nữa. Rồi không thì bắt đầu quăng nữa. Hôm qua phải cái chả. Nước đo cô hết là đồ ra mà. Hơi mệt để đổ ra trong phòng. You know, sometimes my Wi-Fi is very fast, but we're still recording. Chị, no.
Đi ra coi.
Đi ăn with your mama. Yeah, you can lay that meal.
Hả?
Chị.
Nãy giờ nồi canh á.
Because you không bấm her xuống.
Thì dẹp được bánh được không vậy?
Anh ngồi xa gần ba mẹ, chị nói sao nữa. Mình không, mình có ở nhà rộng nhất là xa, nhưng mình thắc mắc. Chị nói everybody dọn một mình, you ngồi hết cả ba. Hơn ông Vũ. Chị nói everybody dọn đồ ăn nên ăn thì vô lòng you. You không xin phép, you không trả. You're not nice when mất your tin thứ. Mà you không cần lịch sự, you không giáo giúp cho con. Con xin đồ ăn liên tiếp rồi đói. You chưa hiểu. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get that Art of War to work. Thank God it's still downloading. Oh, surprisingly, it's up to 90-something%. So. It's kind of odd. It says play. Just installing it. But it, I thought that grayed out play button worked, so. Can install Art of War. Got it. Alright. So let's try to uninstall Star Trek, because I can reinstall that later. And let's see. See, that's the thing I don't like about my Android phones. I had this trouble on like a dozen Android phones too. Sometimes it just doesn't install easy. Sometimes it's the lack of space, which I always found like Mac, you know, and desktop and laptops that, you know, you have a few megabytes, you could still install stuff and it still run good. This operating stuff is pickier. Sometimes I have to restart the unit 3 times. Then I just give up, and then it's like a day later it'll work. So, which is probably better. But maybe I played too many games. So, my channel should have sports, exercise, um, but games are both fun, but it's healthy when it's fun and good for you, but it's unhealthy when you have those nights when you're playing games until 3 a.m. in the morning. Part you're addicted, you just can't stop. You want to finish the game. Um, but some nights you gotta stay up late. I wish I had a smoother schedule and a more comfortable time staying up. So, like a smoother transition, like 1 hour shifts each day, or even 2 hour shifts. Because ideally, like in the course of a month or a week, you would stay up like 2 days a week and go out and work with the people you love. So, which, hello to my ex, who's still my friend, Ian. See, the weird thing is like it doesn't save. It's so annoying. It doesn't save the install file. But that's the nice thing about Windows. When it downloads, the install file is still there, and so you can install it anytime without redoing the download. This system re-downloads it, and I think it erases it. So it's forced to re-download again, which wastes your data, wastes your time. God, please somebody at Google fix it. I want to fix it. So teach me how to do it. Masters of Google software. Which I've always tried to find a software engineer. I found like their picture and basic name, but like getting in contact with them is so odd. Because the internet always doesn't have like a phone number. Then I don't have a real address I can send a letter to or a fax number. Sometimes there's not an email. And then sometimes there's like house messaging, almost like an email system. But nowadays the websites that are trying to test new software and make it hard for people are trying to force people to pay a premium subscription, which is not cheap. Now, if it's only $1 for a month, everybody would do it. But when you force people to pay like 5, 10, and for wealthy people, that's nothing. But for people who are strapped for cash and have a big family and are struggling to pay all their bills, it's hard to dish out like a $10 bill. But it used to be, if you knew your history, $10 was like a wage for somebody for a whole day or a whole week. So that's not even a slave wage. That was like kind of like your middle class citizen wage, like your good day wage. Oh, it went through. See how easy it is? You just move one app and then it goes through. I didn't believe that would work, but it does work. Versus trying to restart doesn't actually work. So I've tried it over a dozen times. Clearing enough space is the best option. And kind of a general rule, trying to keep the number of games on your phone to like 1 or 2 is the best. Unless they're really small games, Like with the Game Gear emulator, you can put a dozen Game Gear games on a phone like this with no problem. Confederation or resistance? Okay, Confederation looks like there's a picture of Africa and Europe. That's interesting. But then the resistance looks like a communist army. But let's read it. We try to build a new, perfect world without wars and violence, but today we must rise in arms against a global threat. We have advanced technologies and the most powerful military vehicles. We, the Liberation Army, fights for freedom, justice, human rights. Our strength lies in speed, strength, and surprise. Our weapons reliable, tested over time. Okay. Now, I played a lot of RTS games, more than 2 dozen, which I wish I had recorded But there were recordings, but I wish I had saved all of those. But maybe they're not as worth as much as I think. So this is Art of War 3 Global Conflict. This guy here kind of looks like Denzel Washington, but his character name is Colonel Michael Rice, which I'm sure is a real person. I used to think it's all fiction. I'm like, no, that's pretty real. Pretty Commander, the rebel activity in the region keeps growing. The missions must cross investigation. But we're here to maintain peace. Okay.
Enemy vehicle!
Nice, I got a base. Oh, this looks a lot like Commander Conquer.
Allied units under attack.
Look how fast this capture. Like how it just pauses all of a sudden in the middle of it. It's a nice thing about single player games.
Give me orders!
Which I wish that option was available in multiplayer.
Roger! Enemy vehicle! Allied unit is under attack.
Sergeant Novak, proficient with these are cheap ass games. The point is really simple. You just eliminate the enemy.
Yes, sir!
Is the only thing you're supposed to do.
Allied unit is under attack.
Well, neutralize is the most thing to say.
Need support! Damn, I got shot! Enemy coming!
It's kind of nice. It's automated. So I'm not moving the units, but they just do. This is smoother than Command and Conquer.
Ready for trouble! Yes, sir! Target spotted!
Well, these bases, I like to capture them if I can. And the capture system is a little different in each game. Something you have to learn.
Destroy this target!
There's not a book. There is a book, but most
Our
people
unit
can't
is under
find it.
attack.
They don't package it with the book. They don't play this game. They have to kind of learn the experience. Which is sometimes painful, but
Target smashed!
it's easy. Flank defense has been neutralized. Enemy headquarters has no production and protection ready to begin assault. So my units are kind of damaging.
Enemy vehicle! Yes, sir!
Can I capture the building? I like capture the building.
Allied unit is under attack.
This system is faster than Command and Conquer.
Need support! Enemy detected.
The older games, not the newest games I have. The newest game I played for Command and Conquer was Command and Conquer. But you can play it on the phone.
Off we go!
It's kind of icy. It's thank God there's free copy which I lost. And you search on the game torrents. And you'll find it. I'm a big fan of the torrent system. It's helped me so much. But thanks to everybody who loads those torrents because it's a pain to carry discs. It's not only costly, in Vietnam they restrict it, so illegally. They don't have your permission. They don't ask, and they don't care. If they damage your stuff here, they think they have a right to do it. They think they own you and own everything you have. So, which is sad, you know. But they lack respect. So, and they lack understanding because they often can't understand the language. They think you're saying something you're not. Even when they learn the language, they learn like the negative meaning, you know, and they shove that out first, so when they're upset. So because the training is teaching them the mentality to be afraid of everyone, even unarmed people, you know. It's which is kind of crazy. Okay. Oh, we got money. Okay. Collect. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we'll stop the video after this. Oh, 2,000. That's new. I've never seen that. The old Art of War only had like money. It didn't have all this extra stuff. Alright, so we'll end the video now. So thanks for watching, everybody. And check out our YouTube channel. And please subscribe. I'm still looking for our first 1,000 subscribers. It's youtube.com @ or a @ God Team number 3.